Today I'm reviewing the Bose Smart Dolby Atmos Soundbar. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've been using this soundbar with daily TV watching, streaming movies, music playback, and console gaming in a typical living room setup. These impressions come from real usage over multiple days, not from leafing through specs. Let's set expectations early. This is not a dedicated home theater separate setup with separate amplifier and multiple discrete speakers. If your priority is full-fledged surround sound with separate satellite channels and subwoofers, that remains a different class of system. What this soundbar is built for is simplified spatial audio, better immersion than basic TV speakers, without needing extra gear or complex wiring. In everyday use, the Dolby Atmos processing makes a noticeable difference compared to flat stereo. With Atmos mixed content, height cues and positional effects create a sense of space around you rather than everything feeling pinned to the front. It's not as expansive as a multi-speaker flagship system, but it extends beyond front-only sound in a way that feels natural in many scenes. Dialogue clarity is another point I paid attention to. With the built-in AI dialogue mode, spoken parts in shows and movies felt easier to follow without needing big volume spikes when music or effects kicked in. That steadiness matters in mixed content, news, sitcoms, blockbusters, and makes regular watching more relaxed. Music playback over Bluetooth, AirPlay, or Spotify Connect feels balanced. Genres from vocal jazz to modern pop keep detail without harshness. It's not a system tuned for deep audiophile bass, but it avoids overly bright highs or hollow mids that plague cheaper bars. Because this is an all-in-one unit with built-in Alexa and voice control, setup was straightforward. A single HDMI connection handled audio from my TV without fiddling with multiple cables. Voice commands worked reliably for media control and assistant tasks, though I sometimes found menus easier with the remote depending on context. Now about bass and power. In real-world listening, low end is present but measured. You feel weight and explosions and music rhythms, but it doesn't shake the room like a system with a dedicated subwoofer. If your priority is deep, chest-level bass for movies or large spaces, adding a subwoofer later will change the character quite a bit. Thermals and performance under extended use stayed stable. I didn't notice artifacts, dropouts, or audio shifts during long movie sessions. Compared to simpler stereo soundbars, this definitely feels richer and more enveloping. Compared to full surround systems with separate amps and speakers, you trade some absolute depth and output for simplicity and integration. So who does this make sense for? People who want a cleaner setup without multiple boxes and speaker wires. Viewers who appreciate clearer dialogue and smoother transitions in mixed content. Users who want enhanced spatial audio for movies without stepping into full AV receiver territory. It's less compelling for serious home theater builders or those seeking very high output levels and deep bass without an external sub. Here's the bottom line. For an easy-to-use all-in-one soundbar with Dolby Atmos, reliable dialogue enhancement, and versatile streaming and voice features, the Bose Smart Dolby Atmos hits a balanced mix of performance and convenience. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.